The Indian car market is quite the jungle and only the fittest survive. Those who don't, shut shop and leave. And because of events like this, we've been left with a sour taste in our mouth on more than a few occasions, but not only because of the exits, but the nature of them. For example, General Motors, aka Chevrolet, left the Indian market back in 2017, which of course shocked many. You know what's crazier? Just a few days before that exit announcement, they were coordinating with the media for the first drive reviews of the Chevrolet Beat Essentia. The day we were expecting the flight ticket communication for the drive location for that first drive is the day we got the India exit press release. Fact of the matter is that the only way to know if a manufacturer is in or out is if they say it officially. Any other statement can only be treated as a rumor. But the ones who are affected the most in situations like this are the owners. But if you find yourself in a situation like this, you might be stressing out more than you need to. Before I proceed with the rest of the video, I've got a little exercise for you. Take a look at the traffic that's on the main road right now. Or just take a stroll around your housing society and check out the cars that are parked there. Chances are, most of the cars that you'll see have been discontinued for a few months or years. And these old Wagonrs, Cities, Scorpios, everything else in between, they have been out of production for a good while now. And guess what? They are the cars that account for the majority of all cars that are on the road right now. And you can find great examples of these cars at the Car Dekho Gaadi store. Sorry, that's the last time I'm going to put in this plug. We just got some really great deals. But if you are an owner of an old discontinued car, or if your manufacturer has left the Indian car market, there are many questions that come up in your mind. Specifically, will my service support be as good anymore? Will I get parts for this car anymore? And what happens to my resale value? All very valid concerns. But we've seen that the market supports situations like this better than you'd expect. And the reason for that isn't some generosity of spirit or kindness. It's just business sense. One assumption that many people may have is that dealers make a huge profit on each car that they sell, when the reality is that after production and logistical costs, only a small fraction is accounted for as pure profit, especially because so much of the car's price is just plain tax. This is why the salesperson will never stop at just selling you a car. They'll try and give you an extended warranty package, maintenance package, in-house insurance, in-house finance schemes, and especially accessories, because that's where the margins are. Where dealerships really make their money though is in service support. Every service component comes with some kind of a steep labor charge, and even consumables come with at least a small cost premium. Where they really make the money though, especially with the margins, is spare parts. So whether the manufacturer of your car has left the Indian car market or if your car model has been discontinued, dealers have plenty of motivation to make sure that your service needs are catered to. Similarly, there are huge spare parts stockpiles that are maintained even after a car has gone out of the market, because for every 100 cars sold, there are thousands of parts to be sold and services to be rendered. And remember, a major chunk of what goes into your car is not made by the manufacturer. It comes from component suppliers who often make these components for multiple models and manufacturers. And this applies to basic stuff like wiper blades down to more complex components like suspension dampers and springs. And push comes to shove, the most common bits that are replaced in your cars, like brake pads, different filters, different sensors even, they won't become difficult or even expensive to source until your car's aged about 8 to 10 years. And push comes to shove, if not the organized sector, the unorganized sector, i.e. local garages, are always available to offer support. So you now have clarity as to why service operations continue even if a manufacturer has, for all intents and purposes, left the car market. But now the question arises, the people who made my car have left the car market, should I be rushing to sell my car and salvage what my resale value could have been? Well, the answer remains as it would have been usually. Are you getting the value that you expect for it? If it means selling your car for 3.5 lakh instead of the 5 lakh that the car would have gotten otherwise, it just makes sense to run the car as you would have usually and let the value drop naturally as it would have with depreciation. As time progresses, the delta between the value loss because of the manufacturer exit and natural depreciation will get smaller, and you won't end up taking a big financial hit unnecessarily. Of course, it won't be all hunky-dory and business as usual to everyone, and it does have a great deal of dependence on your locality and how well established a manufacturer and its service centers are there. But it makes sense to just analyze the situation patiently and calmly and not take any panic decisions. So whether someone has been affected by a situation like this, or if you find this video useful, go ahead and give it a like and a share, and subscribe to the ZigWheels YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yes, a special favor to ask for those people who have been involved in a situation like this to share your experience and if there were any solutions that you find to unique problems that came up. Thanks for watching.